Hello, welcome to the channel. So we've got some news on The Suicide Squad. Yes, the sequel to David Ayer's garbage film. This one's going to be interesting, actually. It sounds quite promising. It also seemingly confirms some previous reports from... Well, I did a video on it, basically the main villain and things like that. But it also seems to reveal Taika Waititi's role and then goes a step to... I guess, quelling some people's, sort of nerves over some characterizations in this film. But that's what we're going to look at today. None of this is confirmed. Take it with a pinch of salt. But that's what we're going to look into. Before we do, if you're new here, please do hit subscribe. Straight off the top, returning subscribers, make sure you're actually subscribed, because YouTube keeps unsubscribing people now. It's very odd. And make sure you check the bell notification is set to all, because I've had people say, hey, didn't even know you were uploading anymore. I haven't had a notification for a month. And I'm like, for God's sake, YouTube, seriously. So anyway, that out of the way, let's dive into it. Right, this article's linked down below, so follow along with me. Potential key details for James Gunn's upcoming The Suicide Squad, including the film's villain and Taika Waititi's role, have apparently revealed, because there's been a test screening. Now, it's not just... Cosmic Book News, it's also Grace Randolph that has been reporting on this as well. So multiple sources, multiple outlets. Some people consider more legitimate than others, but we're just going to say it's all rumour thus far, because it is until it's confirmed. Now, Cosmic Book News reports that the rumoured screen test confirms that the film's ultimate villain is the infamous Starro. Now, I did a video on this before, and I said I really like that idea. I think it's just dumb, but dumb fun, and I think it will be hilarious. I really, really like the sound of that. I think that's great. I genuinely do. I think this can be so much fun, and I think it really fits James Gunn. Now, of course, Starro is a giant starfish, basically. He's an alien, but he's a giant starfish that pops down to planets, conquers the world by producing mini versions of himself that mind controls people. That's basically who Starro is. He first appeared in the 1960s, The Brave and the Bold, number 28, and yeah, I really like it. Actually, I think that's cool. This is obviously how he has appeared. Now, in terms of that one in particular, there's evidence for that from set photos and things like that have been revealed. So Cosmic Book News notes that DC insiders claimed at last year's San Diego Comic-Con last year that the film would be told from a villain's perspective. What? But they're all villains, aren't they? Let's be honest. I like that, because quite literally the whole point of Suicide Squad is that they're all villains. So that San Diego Comic-Con reveal is a bit of a double-edged sword, because it's like, oh, it's going to be told from a villain's perspective. It's like, yeah, okay. Did everyone forget that they're all villains? None of them are heroes. They are all villains that they're dealing with. It. That's the point. That's why they're part of Task Force X. Now, this article speculates that it's possible that Starro may actually be manipulated by another antagonist, such as the Thinker, who's played by Peter Capaldi, or the dictators ruling the South American locale that Task Force X has to infiltrate. So there's multiple avenues, but no one's bothered to actually just mention the fact that they're all villains anyway. So that's probably, I'd say that's more likely than anything else. But I don't know. What do you think about that? Now, for those that are in doubt about Starro, hold on to your knickers. Here you go. That's Starro, isn't it? That's mini little Starro. And there's another one. I mean, they are Starros. Now, close analysis of previous leaked set photos provides a strong visual evidence that the Star Conqueror and his children will appear in the film. Children, they're kind of just mini replications of him, I guess. But so, two-pronged, I guess. What did you think? Starro, good villain, bad villain? What do you think? Because to me, I think it's a really good idea. I think it's a way to soften up, lighten up the DC universe, go balls to the wall, but in a way that is fitting for such a, just a Task Force X and the Suicide Squad, generally speaking, are sort of, they have a lot of people that just come in and out of it, because obviously they have bomb implants in their heads. they are the dregs of the DC universe. They are supposed to be expendable. So I think having someone like Starro in there lightens it up. I think it's a great choice to do. And I think it's good fun. It brings a cosmic nature, but a light-hearted cosmic nature to the DC universe. And I think it's great. I genuinely think it's a great idea. Now it goes further and says the Cosmic News also reports that the test screening has revealed that the supposedly previously undisclosed role by director Taika Waititi is actually another villain, but it's just a quick cameo. So Waititi, whose name was featured among the massive cast on the first poster issued by Gunn, he's not appeared in any identifiable way. Apparently, he's going to be the Ratcatcher. Now, that will surprise a lot of people because Melchior, I think her name is, Daniela Melchior, who's a Brazilian model, she was announced to play Ratcatcher, just a woman version. But then, when we get the DC fandom panel, or all of that event, she's now credited as Ratcatcher 2. So, the new rumour, which is from test screenings, is that basically Waititi is going to be a quick cameo. He's going to be there, obviously, but maybe like a flashback sequence where he's like, oh, you know, I'm the Ratcatcher. And that's a good role for Waititi as well. Like, he plays mental people, you know, a bit doolally, a bit crazy, a bit all skittish. He plays them quite well. So for him to do this, just turn up, hand over the mantle to Ratcatcher 2, it works. It's a way not to irritate. I mean, it still irritate people, obviously, but it's a way to sort of soften that blow, I guess, for anyone that actually cares about Ratcatcher. I don't think anyone gives a shit, but, you know, whatever. So there you go. Waititi's role is now reportedly just a quick cameo, which I don't think anyone thought he was going to be in it massively. When he does films, he tends to be a cameo anyway. Unless, like, he has, like, announced properly, he's in trailers and things like that, and he's in it. So, yeah, apparently he's just going to be Ratcatcher and pass it on. Just be like, hey, now you're Ratcatcher, I guess. Like, whatever. Now, there you go. Beyond the trailer also confirmed some bits and bobs. Well, confirmed it all, basically. So, I've got an issue with this, is that she tweeted these out, but there's no warning. So since everyone's guessing it, hearing it elsewhere, yeah, but what about those people that didn't, you know? Like, come on, Grace. They tested the Suicide Squad this morning, as has been reported, and Waititi is the original Ratcatcher. And yeah, Starro is a big part of the movie, which is also out of the bag. They shouldn't screen these movies, especially so early. But then you also, love, shouldn't sit there online tweeting, you know, reveals out without warning. Now, I can do this video without a spoiler warning because it's labelled appropriately, you know, like test screenings revealed, or, you know, the villains revealed, and all these kind of things, right? But there's no warning there. That's mean. Come on. That's super mean. But we all know that you're a bit of a Marvel shill, so hey, whatever. I'm going to get some hate for that. But look, what do you think? Right, Waititi Ratcatcher, is that good? Is that bad? Do you think that that's a better role for him than anything else that he could be in, and any other role that he could be playing? But also, do you think it's a good role to soften the blow that, you know, Ratcatcher 2's just randomly popped up for no apparent reason? Let me know your thoughts on that one down below. And again, I go back to this big one, but Starro. For me, I love that. I think that's great. I actually really think that's great. I think that's epic. So what do you think of that? You know, what do you think of Starro as the big bad? Let me know down below in the comments section. Like I said at the start, if you are new here, please do subscribe. Returning subscribers, you've got to check, guys. You've got to check, because there's so many people just not being notified. I can see from the analytics. I think there's less than 20% of people that actually have notifications on. There's even less of them that get notifications for whatever reason. So it's a bit of a shame, but I've got to remind you guys, because otherwise you might not be getting the news that you want. And this is news. This is good news. You know, in a world where we just talk about negative stuff all the time, or, you know, there's crap movies and stuff. This is good news, I think. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know. Anyway, give this video a like and a share. But Mr. H, take care.